Yo, what's up? This is Troy from Modern Valor Dating. And right now, I just want to talk about the subject of befriending the friend group. So, for example, if you walk into a bar, you start talking to a girl, and her friend group is there. What do you do? Do you just talk to her? Do you talk to everybody all at once, and then she doesn't know that you're even interested in her? Well, no. What you do is you have to make it clear, who you're talking to. So you have to make it clear who you're interested in, rather. And at the same time, you do have to acknowledge the whole group because, well, then you're kind of being a dick if you're not. So let's say you walk up to a girl that you want to talk to, and there's actually two ways that you can do it. You can go direct with her, or you can just open the group and start talking to the group. So personally, what I like to do is I like to just start talking to the girl, and I kind of take this attitude of like 80% of my attention on her, 20% on the group. And this is easier to do with a smaller group. Typically like if you're talking to like only 2 or 3 girls. So let's say you're talking to, the girl that you're interested in. I can actually remember this one time when I was at this kind of small bar close to my house. I was actually practicing this because I noticed that most times that I walked up to a girl in the bar, she wasn't alone. Girls don't go to the bar alone very often. So you have to deal with the friends, or you have to make friends with their friends more often than not. So this one night when I was practicing this, I was basically flirting with the girl that I was talking to. I remember, I just opened a couple of other, groups of people. I was getting a little bit warmed up, and then I met this girl that I was really attracted to. But her good friend was right next to her. So now I have 2 people to engage. So I'm talking to her, and her friend is actually kind of attractive too. So in that type of situation, here's what you do, and here's what I did in this situation. I just went through, what I normally do, get to know the girl, make sure that it's man to woman, so make sure that I, tease the girl that I'm talking with as she's teasing me. It's kind of a playful, flirtatious banter between the 2 of us, getting to know her. And then the rapport building part, where you're actually really getting to know the girl that you're interested in, you can actually just build rapport with the group. You can ask things like, hey, how do you guys know each other? Or you can make assumptions like, I think this particular night, I remember making a lot of assumptions about these 2 girls because they seemed very close with each other. So I said, things like, wow, I bet you guys are, I bet you guys have had some adventures together. I bet you, you look like roommates or something. Or are you 2 related? Are you sisters? Things like that. Just like questions to kind of start conversations about how they know each other, because it shows that you care not only about the girl that you're interested in, but also you're polite and you actually acknowledge the other people in the interaction. And I can remember actually multiple times where I would walk out of the bar hoping to continue an interaction with the woman that I was talking to, and a lot of times it ended up being the friend of the girl that I was talking to that I needed to get the sort of approval of, which is not actually that hard. Really, all you need to do is show that you care about her, give her a little bit of attention, and show that you can be friendly and you care about the whole group. So one other concept that I want to talk about is flirting for the sake of flirting. So when you think about the girl that you're talking to in a night, you're going through the phases of a normal human interaction. You open, you flirt a little bit, you get to know each other, you figure out how you 2 are going to meet again, or if you're going to go home together, and then you do it, and you go to a more intimate place, or you schedule a time where you can meet again. If you're doing all of that with the girl that you're talking to, if there's another girl with her, she might start to get a little bit jealous that her friend is getting all the attention. So that's why I like the concept of flirting for the sake of flirting. So you don't move things forward with that other girl. You're not like, escalating the situation with her. You're not doing too many, you're not really breaking the touch barrier too much. You're not talking about, where you're gonna meet or anything. You're not talking about going on a date with her. However, you are flirting a little bit. Maybe even throwing in like a few playful teases, a few assumptions about her, this other girl, because you want to engage her in a flirtatious way, just like you're engaging the girl that you're talking to, just in more of like kind of like an 80%, 20% split, so that they know who you're actually trying to pursue some kind of a relationship with. If it's a guy, well, that's actually kind of easier. At the beginning, I said that there are two ways to open a group. One is just to go directly towards the girl that you're interested in, but another way is just to open somebody else in the group and sort of like tease the girl a little bit and show some intent towards the girl that you're into or that you're attracted to, but you're still engaging the group as a whole. So let's say you walk up to a group of people, it's like half guys, half girls, and then there's a girl that you're interested in. Well, you could open the guy or open one of the guys and just start like, bantering with him. As far as talking to guys go, it's pretty easy. You just find something that you have in common and you start talking about it. And then intermittently, you can throw a few teases at the girl that you're interested in. And this is super important actually to actually get the, like I said, kind of the approval of the group and of the girl's friends, because ultimately you have to remember that the girl is not going to trust some random guy as much as she's going to trust her friends that she actually went there with. Because when girls go out with their friends, a lot of times they're going out with, friends who they've known for a little while. So they're going to trust that group over anybody. So you kind of have to win over the trust of the group. And then once the group trusts you, the girl is more likely to actually trust you. So that's why it's important to kind of connect with everybody in the group. So yeah, those are the two ways that you can, approach a girl who's surrounded by friends, befriending the friend group. You can do it kind of, directly at the girl with more of like an 80% attention on her, 20% on the group, or you can just engage the group. But if you do that, if you engage the whole group and you're just having fun with the whole group, just remember at the end of the night, if you're attracted to a girl in the group, your goal is going to be ultimately to get alone with her. But to do that, the group has got to trust you. The group has to trust you, which is understandable. Think about it from her perspective, or think about it from her friend's perspective. Like say you go out with a friend. If some random person walks up and starts talking to your friend, you kind of want to get to know that person who's talking to your friend, especially if you're kind of protective over your friend. So it's just, it's just best to be friendly, polite, occasionally a bit flirty, and just really engage that friend group and kind of, win them over so that you can win the girl. All right.